63 kilos, bronze medal match, Ukraine, Azerbaijan. TEMIROV for the Ukrainians, MAMMADOV for Azerbaijan.
No block blue.
So our official talking right away. Open up blue. You know, they're not going to let it go very long without that first passivity call.
Red open.
Just like coaches, we see so many different ways that officials do their thing out there. Some very vocal and active and right in the mix. Others kind of blend into the scenery. And I don't know which one is better.
TEMIROV able to clear a wrist. MAMMADOV looking for early tie-ups, wrist control. Good footwork that time on a quick exchange as they both go back into the center.
And if you look, they're really trying to work that penetration step deep, and some wrestlers like to step on the outside, like MAMMADOV right now. He's stepping to the outside and looking to control hands, while others really like to step in that danger zone in between the points of the feet to dig their bodies and go chest to chest.
And we will have our first stoppage, and there will be a whistle and a point passivity. They're going to give the point to MAMMADOV and a chance for him to work on top in parterre.
So Dalkhani of Iran is in the finals, and in the quarterfinals, Dalkhani wrestled TEMIROV to a 3-3 criteria win, and it was a last score by Dalkhani to beat TEMIROV.
Okay. Red correct parterre.
So the referee stopped the action. She thought maybe a foot foul, leg foul with the placement of the Algeri's leg, but Matt, chairman, and judge said no, so he's going to get the opportunity to continue the action. And he has the gut wrench, and he will expose and roll for two. Bridging up is TEMIROV. Not really, I don't think, in a position to give up the fall, but certainly in a precarious spot. So a nice rotation by MAMMADOV.
So right there, they gave two from MAMMADOV, and then they said that TEMIROV held MAMMADOV on his back for two, and then they gave 1 point for the reversal from MAMMADOV, is what it looks like the referee called. It was white paddled by the judge, but I think the Matt Chairman will probably bring him in to talk about it to see exactly what we saw there.
To go up on the board. The referee, the judge, and the mat chair.
Talay MAMMADOV looks a little stunned after he popped up on his feet and looked over at the score.
2 points for red and 1 point for blue.
And in this case, they will call for a
And
contest.
they are going to use a timeout here, and they're going to ask the referee, the judge, both to go over to the table where the mat chairman is situated and make sure they have it straight. So the mat chairman talking with the two. Again, this is different from a replay. You'll see a replay a little bit later on, I'm sure, in this session. But right now, it's strictly between the three governing bodies controlling the match.
Right, and the mat judge saw it as two different exposures from MAMMADOV. The referee saw it as started with 2 blue for red, or sorry, 2 blue, then 2 red, then 1 blue. And that's where they go. So 1 point for the passivity and position, 2 points for the gut wrench, 2 points for the defensive exposure, 1 point on the reversal from MAMMADOV, 4-2.
20 seconds to go in this opening period. Solid job by MAMMADOV and parterre. Now he backpedaling the other side, but he showed some of his lower body strength. He just barreled ahead and got back into the safety area.
Dangerous to run into a Greco wrestler. If you're pushing straight in, they're going to look to launch you. But he had his hands in the right place not to allow the contact in the back edge.
4-2, it will be Azerbaijan with the lead. 7th place, that's been as high as he has finished here at the World Championships when looking at Talay MAMMADOV. Certainly an opportunity to improve on that with this solid showing here in Oslo. And when you look at Temirov, this is his second stint wrestling for his adopted nation of Ukraine. He represented Ukraine back at the 2012 London Games, represented Russia from 2014 to 2017. That all happened after the annexation of Crimea by the Russian Federation. He then took part in a number of Russian national tournaments, started wrestling for Ukraine again following the 2017 year, and he's had a lot of success with the Ukrainians. World Championship bronze medalist, as you talked about, just 3 years ago. 4-2 Azerbaijan. Here we go, second period underway.
The Ukrainians have a great, rich Greco-Roman history, and Belenuk, their Olympic champion, is unfortunately not here because I do love to watch him wrestle. TEMIROV, beautiful throw by for 2.
He ties it up. He's into a lift. Can't quite get there. Nice job by MAMMADOV to reach back with his arm, but now that opens up the arm possibly to get turned, maybe a trap arm gut, but MAMMADOV able to get to his base.
And you saw MAMMADOV take a deep breath like, oh, I shouldn't have reached back there, as his arm got trapped, and that can be the kiss of death if you get a trapped arm gut. Arm trapped to your side, you can't fight with your feet. It's difficult.
Tied at 4, but the tiebreaker for the first time belongs to the Ukrainian.
Blue, attention, leg fall, okay? Next time, penalization. Yes, yes, exactly.
Attention on Blue there. They said that he was using his leg as an offensive weapon, trying to block. And you can use your legs a little bit if your feet are planted, but if you're stepping and hooking at all, then they're going to blow the whistle and call it an offensive leg foul, which is no points in the first time, maybe even the second time. Third time, they're going to give a caution in 2.
Temirov with a chance to go. Porter gets the passivity, 5-4.
I don't like that call. I think at that point, you've had enough action where you don't need to call passivity. I get it. It's part of the rules. But really, it should be for inactivity. And we had 8 points on the board.
Good job there. Lower back area, just going to bracing himself and getting out, turning and facing MAMMADOV as he was in the stand-up. Now a key exchange, and we have a stoppage. I'm not sure why we had a stoppage there, Brian. Looked like there was going to be a scoring opportunity for Azerbaijan.
Yeah, the Azeri coach is definitely not happy. I don't blame him. I saw a little positional problem by Ukraine, but MAMMADOV was getting ready to score. So at this point, unless they go out of bounds, 30 seconds, we shouldn't hear another whistle.
Temirov hanging on by a point. Looking for another world bronze medal for Ukraine. MAMMADOV had jumped out to the early lead. He had the momentum at the intermission. But now in the closing seconds, it is Azeri trying to come in and find some offense. Temirov looks like he's going to hang on, an exhausted Taleh MAMMADOV, and that is it. Down to the wire as expected with Ukraine and Azerbaijan, but Ukraine wins it. A 5-4 victory for Lenore Temirov.
Please, stand up, thank you. This way.
I'm looking forward to the after COVID when they can